All right, Virgo. This is a July 2024 bonus reading for none other than Virgos. Virgo Sun, Virgo Rising, Virgo Moon, you are welcome here for this July bonus reading. Okay, let's begin. For you, Virgo, my very you can be very cunning, but it's because you're very intelligent and you use that intelligence to be helpful. You're responsible like a Capricorn, but you're a Virgo, and you. I'm a Virgo moon myself, and Virgos tend to be organized, tend to be, this goes here, that goes there, you know, very, even in their thinking, right, and very analytical, a practical bunch for the most part, or at least, you know, in the archetype, stereotype kind of a way. So I pulled out the fairy tarot deck here. I think I'm just going to pull one card from here for your present moment because I was called to it, but I'm not going to use it for the past and the present, for the past and the future, because I think that in your analytical way, it would be too big, too bold, too extreme. So I want to even it out with other decks. So we will pull from other tarot decks. Okay. Let's see what we have here. So in your, I did this originally and my camera didn't record it. But it was wild. You got three different nights. Every single night except for the Knight of Pentacles. 3 different nights. You got a Knight of Cups first, which was a Knight of Summer. It was actually from this deck. You got a Knight of, oh man, I remember, a Winter, or Swords. And that's how it started. Actually, that was the Halloween deck. You got the Knight of Bats. All right, let me focus on this here. Okay, we got 2. Okay. Great, thank you, Virgo. So yeah, you got 3 nights in the prior one. What message will you receive in this bonus July 2024 reading? I wonder. And how will it connect to the unexpected message that 3 different nights will bring? It was Cups, Swords, and Wands. Yeah. Something very sudden and unexpected news is what came through your prior reading. So let's see about where you are now. 3 of Winter, King of Spring. Interesting. Perhaps there is a person. The court cards tend to symbolize actual people, whether that is yourself or another person. There's someone that hurt you, or that you feel hurt by. There's some kind of sense of pain, and in your heart specifically. 3 of Winter is usually, I mean, here it's right next to her chest, and she's wearing a red dress. But in the Rider-Waite cards, the 3 of Winter is a big red heart with 3 swords going into it. So it's a painful card for the most part. It can also signify a message about forgiveness, right? And what do you do about the pain, the response to the pain? Here it says, reach out to others for comfort and love. You will grow stronger from this situation. Sadness that will heal with time, right? So there's pain now, but there won't be pain forever, and there are things you can do about that. And the idea is to utilize this pain to grow stronger from the situation. That's the message from the Three of Winter in this case, but the Three of Swords. King of Wands. In this deck, he's the King of Spring. So who in your life is kind of a leader with their creative power, or a role model with their willpower, right? Who uses their ability for the sake of leading a charge, whether it is whether they are leading themselves or a group? Who in your life is that person? The King of Spring. Here it says he is innovative, he is inspiring, he is wise, he is theatrical. Right, so out of all the kings, he's probably the most Leo-like, right? He's the most dramatic. He's got that fire energy. A financial windfall. Your leadership skills are needed now. An unexpected supporter of your cause. Yeah, he tends to get followers, right? And so, because he's so charismatic, the King of Spring. So I'm not sure who this person in your life is, but they are someone, and there is some pain connected to that. And so they are on your mind, or at least this energy is on your mind. And perhaps this person is yourself. And there's pain associated with that. And so the message here is, this is good. Use it for better. Okay? That's present moment. Let's use the Modern Witch Tarot deck to clarify that's your future and now your past. Yeah. Well, that's good. I'm glad Six of Swords is in your future, because, you know, if pain is now and we know that something else is coming, then, oh wow, interesting. A lot of swords. Yeah. Wow, you got swords. I remember you got swords, and a lot of them, in your present in the last reading. It was bananas. It was banana. You got 5 different cards. They all just came out at once. And I was like, well, it's, you know, it's aggressive, but it's not so many that I can't read it, so I read it. I really wish it recorded. It was such an amazing reading. But this is also a pretty interesting reading. Queen of Swords in your past. Virgo. Yeah. Well, you are a truth teller, and so I feel like this makes sense for where you're coming from. Because the Queen, yes, she's nurturing. That's true. But she is not about the bullshit. She is not about it. She won't stand for it. She is sitting and holding her sword completely upright, unlike the other sword court cards in the Rider-Waite version. All of them have their swords slightly to an angle. And another interesting tidbit is that all the other swords court cards have more than one bird in the sky. Not the Queen. Not the mother Queen. She's got one singular, one bird. One bird. One bird in her blue sky. And the only reason the clouds are even there, and they're all puffy and friendly, the only reason they're there is not to cover or shroud the blue sky. You can still see the blue sky. The clouds are there to signify how enormous and important she is. And why is she so important? Because she is focused, one bird. One, not many. She is focused on a truth. On the truth. There is the truth, right? And she's not about beating around the bush. She's not gonna, you know, candy-coated all the expressions that I know being from the United States. She's not about the bullshit. I think that's as universally as I can speak. Yeah. I like that they gave her high heels that also go, they're tall high heels. They're like, I don't know the words to these things. But they're very assertive. Oh, interesting. So the truth that she's about, Virgo. Sorry, I was just shuffling. And this came out. this illumination. Very interesting. Yeah, so what is it? I think it's, the star is, yes, it has to do with illumination and something, maybe even a breakthrough, because the card before it, think back to the number 16, is the Tower. So you break down, you fall from a great height. This is the major arcana story, right? You fall from a great height, 16, the Tower, and that is kind of like a seed planted. It is the breakthrough. It is the seed planted. 7, 1 plus 6 equals 7. Now we're in numerology. 7 kind of has to do with choice and making a choice. But I think it can also have to do with the choice being a kind of a seed from which you will grow. And so this is the step right after 7. This is 17, which 1 plus 7 is 8. And so this is effortful card here. The star is way more active than the moon, although they both have the kind of this mysterious, sort of mysterious. This is a breakthrough. So you're seeing something that you might not otherwise see. And it's interesting that there is a combination of water and land, right? She's grounded and she's also emotional. She's logical and she's also sensitive. She is both. Wow, I would like to know this truth. I would like to know this truth. You are coming from a place of this truth. And I think maybe you're feeling now like you lost a sense of that. Maybe you're feeling confused, or maybe not. Maybe you know what exactly the pain you are feeling and you are responding to it as best as you can, and you're very proud of yourself. And in which case, I am very proud of you as well, Virgo, because that's not easy to do. Let's look at this here. And because I would like to know what is being illuminated. What is this truth? The truth, right? That's so important. Okay. Well, whatever it is, it's fast. It is fast. It is a fast truth. And you are going after it. And there's that, so that makes sense that following the knight is the king, because here you're going after it like wildfire. This is the fastest of the knights, and they're all about change. So regardless which knight you're talking to, he's going at a speed. Even if he's standing still, he's going at a certain speed because he's about change. The Knight of Swords now is like on, 100 miles at least per hour here. Yeah, you made a choice. That's done. Now you're seeing the truth. You're really seeing the truth and you're going after it. It's not, this is a how, not a what. So I don't know what the truth is, but I think you do. I think recently you saw something. You felt something. You knew something. And I don't know if perhaps you didn't hold on to that breakthrough. And then now it's, or you couldn't hold on to that breakthrough. Maybe things happened to you or even by you. And, it caused some commotion in this clarity that you were like, I'm going after this clarity. I am going to do something. This is a very active, action-oriented card, the Knight of Swords. I'm going to do something with this information. I'm not going to just sit here. And then from this, like motivation, determination to the max, pain, dealing with the pain, something around it's almost a little bit like you went a little bit back to the Tower, because the King of Spring, I feel like he's at a height, and then the Three of Winter is at a very low, and so I think, and there's nothing, I feel myself saying this and not wanting to say it because there is this misconception that progress is linear. And we talk about how there's this misconception that progress is like a perfect line up. We talk about it. And yet, we all seem to forget it all the time. And we expect that it's just going to tick, 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 tick. It's not. So it's okay. If if this resonates. And if it does, like, comment, subscribe, because it keeps me coming back and being really excited to share this with you. The star, if the star is after the tower and this setup right here, this combo in your present moment, 3 of winter, king of spring, is a little bit the tower-ish vibe, then yes, you did take a step backwards. And guess what? Your future, 6 of swords, you're moving on. You're moving on once and for all. Maybe you had, Virgo, maybe you had to, and this resonates with me personally. I think I needed a reminder of the pain. I needed to know what that was, again, because I don't want to forget, right? Because I want to move on. And perhaps this, notice that there is no tower. Like, here I am talking about the tower. There's no tower. Perhaps you did lose track of what that breakdown meant. And so you had to feel just a preview of it again to really, or maybe not a preview, maybe a really intense version, Virgo. I'm kind of feeling like for some of you, it's been intense. It's been intense. But again, in your near future, you are moving on. 6 of swords. There is a real and a perspective shift here, because the swords are mental. They are mindset. So I'm very proud of you for being able to climb out of this, whatever this is here. Climb. Oh, interesting. Okay. Oh, wow. A lot of actually, no, well, I thought there was. It's a good amount of swords for sure. The Magician and the Wheel of Fortune, clarifying your future 6 of swords. Yeah, this is really, there's more doing with the Magician, and it's a different kind of doing. It's like a kind of more ephemeral kind of a doing, a deeper kind of an action. That also takes that real Virgo energy. You're smart. You can work around things. You understand the order of things, and now you're really in the future. You are really using that to create something new, and something that people are like, "Whoa, how'd you do that? How did you do that?" Well, you're doing it. You're going to do it, and you are doing it. The Wheel of Fortune, yeah. So this is, the unpredictable nature of the Wheel of Fortune could end up anywhere. But you are moving and grooving, Virgo. Regardless of sun, moon, rising, you're moving and grooving, and you are acting. You are responding. You're not just sitting and experiencing this this pain here. You're not sitting in the breakdown. You are actively coming back to the breakthrough, which is, thank you on behalf of the entire planet Earth and perhaps the entire universe. Thank you, because that kind of energy is what we need, is what we all need. Okay, let's clarify. I'd like to clarify your future a little bit more. I'm going to shuffle these Vimala Rogers cards for you. Virgo, Vimala. Vimala is cool. She talks about handwriting and how if you align with the true shape of the letter, that you can become truer yourself. You can become a truer version of yourself. She is super cool. She studied the shapes and the history and of the letters. She's really cool. She's interesting. So I got this Transform Your Life Through Handwriting, and it came with a deck. So I like to clarify at the very end with a letter. Your letter is the letter V. Spiritual discernment. Wow. That feels like the direct impact of all of this. And I gotta say, as a Virgo moon, this is really resonating, and it's feeling very encouraging. It's feeling very validating. Like this, if you resonate with that it's validating, and if you already liked it, thank you so much. Comment. If that's not your thing, email me. It's in the description. I would love to hear from you if this resonates, because as a Virgo moon, and it's interesting, V for Virgo, right? Spiritual discernment is the impact of this story. July 2024, what more did you need to hear? is this story right here. The story of breaking through after breaking down, and then breaking down again, but a little less. And then Six of Swords, moving on and doing something about it, the Magician. And I think the Wheel of Fortune, at least to me, it feels very accepting of like, wherever this lands, it's gonna land. Que sera fucking sera. Like, I'm already the letter F. The letter F is about not having an attachment to the results. So that's why F, I feel, did not come up. Because you got that. Wheel of Fortune, that's already here. I make all my choices attentively, always for the highest good. I make all my choices attentively. Yeah. Breaking through after breaking down, and then breaking down again, and now breaking through again, is really teaching you about not just making choices well, but making choices with discernment, with really using your Virgo powers to the maximum. Like leveling up your Virgo powers. Virgo, you are so smart. You are so, your ability to be practical and organized is really unlike any of the other signs, or at least that's what you're known for. And now you're really utilizing that for the highest good. You're really utilizing that to discern, to pay attention, and to make the best next move, to respond as best you can in sometimes difficult circumstances. Virgo, keep it up. Keep it up. Keep swimming. Keep doing. Keep kicking butt. You're great. Okay, subscribe if you haven't already. This is Daily Divinity. I don't even think I said that in the beginning. Wonderful. Have a great July 2024. Stay divine.